3, 2, 1. Action! Today on the show, we have a whole shit ton of cool things to talk about in Ninja News, including, but not limited to, Deadpool, Wolverine, Star Wars, Mass Effect, other shit. And then after that, we got a whole fuck ton of trailers.
And we also get to see how fast Brian's lead in the GDR cover 2 just evaporates. And we get to talk about awesome stuff that's happening in 2017 and all that fun shit.
Yeah, and our feature of the week, like Ryan said, we have predictions for 2017 and things we're excited for. And finally, as always, we are going to have questions from the Faithful 50. You guys send us some cool stuff, and we're going to talk about it tonight. And last but not least, we have our final segment of the night, Do or Do Not, our weekly recommendation. So, we have an action-packed show with a lot of fun stuff planned, so stick around. It'll be worth it, we fucking promise. Or Ryan will give you $20.
And I did scoot away from the camera this time because, as the comments said in YouTube, I was a little bit close up. So,
just a little bit. Me personally, I love seeing your face, but that's neither here nor there. Welcome everybody to episode 84. That many of the Geek Dad Report, the one show dedicated, formulated, specially created into zooming in on Ryan's beautiful face and letting us see all the perfections and imperfections of his Amish Philadelphia-bound face.
Yes.
And hopefully giving you some news that you need to know from the week that was before and maybe behind, in front of.
I don't
understand timelines, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And hopefully entertaining the shit out of you guys, and at least nothing else at the end of the day, making you laugh, giggle, smile, or say, you know what? How the hell did those two knuckleheads get their own show? I'll tell you how. I bought a computer, he bought a computer, and the internet's fucking free if you have Netscape. That's
and a whole stack of AOL CDs.
Yeah. Well, anyway, fuck. It's the first show, 2017. We made it, Ryan. We made it. Another year. Another beautiful decade.
No,
I don't think that's right. But hey, you know, whatever.
No Y2K 17.
None of that. We got Trump to look forward to, so hey, America.
Yeah, it's about... Yeah.
Well, anyway, in case the world ends in the next week, I'm Brian West, and that beautiful man over there is Ryan Tomlinson, and we are your hostess with the mostesses on a journey that is known simply as the Geek Dad Report. So welcome. If you're a new subscriber, listener, you found us by accident, you were trying to find porn and came across us and said, well, I'm sorry about that, but
yes.
We're almost as cool. But maybe. I don't know.
We're dads, and we do a lot of cool dad stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, tell them what the show's about, but you're just taking the lead. So tell new people, Ryan, what is the show about? If you're new to the show, what is it about? Why should you listen, subscribe, and tell everyone that we're the best thing ever?
Well, not only are we two dads, we're two dads who don't have time really for fucking anything anymore. So, I haven't played video games in like 3 months.
See, that's why you got to dedicate a solid night like me. Friday night is my game night. It's tomorrow night, everybody. Maybe tonight if some of you listening on Friday, or maybe 3 days ago if you're listening on Tuesday. But you can find me on Xbox Live, Jedi Killer 153. Hit me up. I play Destiny and sometimes Battlefront.
Yeah, I mean, if people are new, we talk about everything that comes up in the news that's geeky or kind of pop culture related. And like we said in the earlier features, I mean, we're not just all nerds. We do a football segment. I mean, we were both jocks growing up that were closet nerds. So, you know, that's pretty much our generation. Is there's a lot of closet nerds, and so now we're able to come out. So,
yeah, we've definitely come out. We've come out full-fledged out of the nerd closet.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, basically everything Ryan said is correct. Plus, we like to just have fun, honestly. And me and Ryan have been friends for a long time, and we like to do something where we can hang out with each other for a few hours every week.
Yeah, this is Brian and I's biggest de-stressor of the week. Like, everything builds up, and then on Thursday, just
yeah, definitely. Well, And anybody who's new to the show or anybody who didn't know, Ryan lives in Philadelphia and I live in the beautiful state of Seattle. Yay.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't sit together and do the show. But hopefully with the optical illusion and the magic of computers, it looks like he's sitting right there. Like I could almost, like if I had a finger, no, the other way. Look the other way. I think it's that way. Hopefully it's that way. Yeah, see, Ryan's trying to lick my finger right now. Got my whole fist in his mouth. Pow. But anyway. Anyway, we're a couple dads and we're here to have fun. So let's have some fun. You know what's funny? You know what's fun? A dad moment of the week. I had one that I felt I wasn't going to share it first, but I felt like there's many dads who are listening or moms who have had the same experience, and it was just too good to not share.
I hope it's a lot better than my daughter just having a complete fucking meltdown right before bedtime tonight.
Yeah, no, those stories are not fun.
They're not, but it happens to every fucking parent.
That's true.
At some point.
You are not alone, parents. If your children are total little assholes and they just sob and cry and fall down for no reason, you are not alone. We are here to tell you that our children are assholes too, and
here's the thing:
same things.
And when everything's done, and you're sitting with your wife, and you guys are like, "God, we're the worst fucking parents." I can't believe we said all that shit to our kids. Everybody does it.
Listen,
just so you know.
If you think you're the worst parents, here's what I suggest. Here's a little bit of advice from old Brian West here. Go find friends and make friends with a set of parents who are worse parents than you at all times. So that way when you are like at your lowest, you're like, you know what? At least I'm not like fucking Denise and Bob over there who fucking take their kid to Walmart with no jacket on and it's 10 degrees outside. What a fucking terrible family. God, how come CPS hasn't taken their kids? And you'll immediately feel better about yourself.
That kid is 6 years old and he still wears diapers.
Fucking wears diapers? I mean, shit, he thinks fucking corn dogs is a food group. What an idiot. Yeah, so find some really bad, terrible parents and just make friends with them. And then, you don't have to like be BFFs with them, but just enough that you can talk shit about them and feel better about yourself. And then once your kids get older, just completely cut them loose. Come up with some weird reason why you can no longer be friends and then just cut them loose.
But you had a good moment that you would
so I had a good moment. Me and Ryan used to do Geek Dad Moments of the Week on the show all the time, but it became pretty much the same moment every week, so we just gave up on it. So instead, we were going to rebrand the segment just Dad Moments of the Week. So basically, it's just parent moments that we have had with our children that we think you guys might find either funny or enlightening. So this week is definitely a funny one. It involves Mommy Daddy Happy Time, which always is a great story. So, the other night, me and Mrs.
Wait, let me set the mood.
Yeah. We looked at the calendar and said, hey, babe, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Which, if you're a parent, you know what that means. No, so basically, put the kids to bed. It's late. We decided, hey, let's do our thing. Let's remember why we got married in the first place. Yeah. So, turn the lights down low, and we start doing our thing, right? We're just getting into it. All of a sudden, fucking 5 minutes into it, maybe. Now we lock our doors. I made that mistake one time. If you've listened to all 84 episodes of this show, you've heard the other time that I didn't lock the door. So I always lock the door. But all of a sudden, like boom, a kid runs into the door. Like they expected the door to be unlocked, and they just came in and just whack, right? And we're like, what? And it's my oldest. She's like, I gotta poop, and my sister's in the bathroom pooping, and I'm gonna poop my pants. So we're like, well, shit, go downstairs. There's a bathroom down there. Oh, God, okay. And so she runs downstairs and does her business. And so we're like, whatever, right? So we go back to it. We're kind of startled for a minute because there's that moment where you're like, oh, they're gonna, did I lock the door? But we locked the door. Everything was safe. So we get back down to, making the business happen, making the magic happen. And all of a sudden we hear my youngest, Charlie, 4. She can wipe her own butt. She doesn't like to wipe her own butt. When she's out in public, she'll wipe her own butt. But when she's at home, she's always like, somebody come wipe my butt. And she'll just yell. She will literally sit in the bathroom and yell until somebody comes and wipes her butt. She doesn't care if it's me. She doesn't care if it's her mom. She doesn't care if it's her sister. Hell, the dog could probably go wipe her butt. She doesn't care. She's not going to do it. And what she's learned is when we tell her to wipe her own butt, she starts yelling, but I'll get poop everywhere. So you better come wipe my butt. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you threatening with spreading fecal matter on the walls, on your face, wherever? That's what she's doing. So anyway, we go about our business, and all of a sudden we start hearing, "Ma! Dad! Come wipe my butts!" Let me tell you something. When you're fucking buck naked, knee deep in some hot action, the last thing you want to do is put some clothes on and go wipe somebody's ass. Right? So we both ignore it. We're like, fuck it. No, we're not doing it. No. Now, mind you, this is like 9:30. It's not like we put our, we're not like Bob and Denise and putting our kids to bed at 5 o'clock and decide to, make the magic happen at 6 o'clock. No, this is well into the late hours. Our kids decide to get up, and so she starts, we're like, fuck it, we're gonna keep going, and you just keep hearing, "Ma, Dad, wipe my butt, or I'm gonna get poop everywhere." And so finally, my wife looks at me, and she's like, I gotta go wipe her butt. I'm like, no, you fucking don't. You stay the course. A few minutes later, I'm gonna get poop everywhere, and so finally, my wife's like, fuck it, I'm going to go wipe her ass. God damn it. So she gets up and goes wipe her butt. I hear her in the bathroom like, "You are old enough to wipe your own ass." And so she puts her to bed, comes back. And like,
she put some clothes on.
We're like, all right, where were we? With act number 3, the magic starts again. We're like, yeah, I'm putting on my fucking best moves. I got my peacock feathers out and I'm flapping around. I'm doing the business, right? Woo! Oh yeah, man. I'm making it rain wishes. I mean, this is all happening, right? Best night of her life. And then all of a sudden we hear boom, 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 boom on the door. Me and her both in unison have fucking had it. Me and the wife go, "What?" And all of a sudden you hear Charlie go, and we both, like right in the middle, we both cut her off and we're like, "Unless the fucking house is on fire, get the fuck to bed." And all of a sudden she's like, "Okay." And then you hear this defeated walk back to her room. me and my wife look at each other and like, oh yeah, when we finished it, we did our business, but we just started laughing. We're just like, Jesus Christ, what do you have to do to get some action around here? I'm a married man. I don't need more than maybe like 10 minutes to do my business. I mean, shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for all you guys listening and gals listening to us who aren't married or have children, like 10-minute happy time is a luxury. It's like, yes.
If you can get her to have their happy times,
yeah,
then it's good.
So anyway, that was my fun little. And I only decided to tell the story because 1, my wife doesn't listen to the show, and 2. I'm pretty sure all you parents out there have had some similar moments. And like I said, you guys aren't alone. I mean, these are moments that you embrace as a parent and just laugh about.
I'm going to knock on wood. I have not had any interruptions. But we've had some, like, I don't know if the kids are totally asleep, but...
Well, my kids are freaking vampires is part of the problem.
Yeah.
It's like the old thing where if your kids will ignore you for 2 hours, you ask them to do anything, they don't hear you. The moment you get a phone call and you hop on the phone, they're like, "Daddy, they're lighting shit on fire. Dog's got makeup on. They're painting the walls. Fuckers.
They punched me.
He stole my whatever. Anyway, we love being parents, but goddamn it, if there aren't moments that you're just like, why did I do this?
Yeah, sometimes we just need to get some butte.
Yep, and that is exactly why you did this. So anyway, that was my fun little story of the week. Hopefully you guys were entertained. If you have your own fun stories, me and Ryan would love to hear about them. As always, you can send us messages, and if you don't want us to read them on the air, we won't, but we would love to giggle amongst ourselves. So
yes.
All right, so what do you think? You want to dive into the Ninja News?
Oh, I think we should.
Let's do it. All right, Ryan, you've had all week to prepare. Are you ready for the uppercut of information, the judo chop of knowledge, and
the Cobra Kai leg sweep of learning?
Boom. I love the fact that you do leg sweep, but with your fists. You're like...
Well, I mean, do you want me to whip my leg up around? I mean,
no. You would definitely hang up on us. Don't do it. Don't goddamn do it. Are you wearing pants?
I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, it's like negative 3 degrees in Philadelphia and you're wearing shorts. I'm wearing sweatpants. Look at this. I'm wearing I got a little ball in my hand. Look at that thing. You see that over?
I got a beanie on.
Because I live in a 2-story house, and my wife always complains it's too hot upstairs. So now it's like the fucking Arctic downstairs, just so it can be. That's a topic for another day.
It's always hot in our because we're on the second floor, so we always get all the heat. It's just
the one benefit of apartment living.
Yes.
All right. Well, anyway, we want to talk about apartments. We're going to talk about.
You have more benefits.
And the first thing we're going to talk about this week is Deadpool. You know him, you love him, the Merc with the mouth. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just like watch Deadpool.
Yeah, there's nothing else really to say.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know who else thinks it's awesome, Ryan? Who else thinks it's awesome, Ryan?
The Golden fucking Globes thinks he's awesome.
Yeah, you might have heard of them. They're like the smaller, less popular brother of the Oscars.
Yes, and some people seem to think that they're just as good, and honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Those people are fools.
So.
Yeah, whatever, man. Who cares? They're you know what? I think we were having this conversation offline a few days ago. All of us were talking about when's the last time you even had an Oscar winner that you gave a shit about. But anyway, yeah. But the reason why this is relevant is because comic book movies have been generally shunned by the all the award people who decide to hand out awards.
They're not artsy enough.
They're not artsy enough, and they're not real movies. They're just kind of for a certain niche of people. But as we all know who enjoy these films, these are very diverse. Well, not all of them, especially not the ones made over Fox, except for Deadpool.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Other than Deadpool
and possibly Logan, which looks amazing, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But anyway, the big news is that Deadpool has actually been receiving a lot of buzz for the awards season. Most of us did not anticipate this happening. I mean, there had been a few kind of hints that possibly this could be something that could get some awards, but not on the lists that it's getting. I mean, for instance, the Golden Globes is nominated. The two big ones is Best Actor for Ryan Reynolds, which isn't really a surprise. He really crushed it in that role. But it also has been nominated for Best Picture in a musical or a comedy. So last year, the winner for Best Picture in the Golden Globes was The Martian. So. If Deadpool's in the same place as The Martian, which I actually think it is. I mean, I think Deadpool was a very well-made movie that I don't think gets the credit it deserves for what it was. But
I think people thought it would at least get like costume or like it's like the one that they would do like the day before that they don't put on TV.
Yeah.
Like sound effects or best guy.
Backdrops.
Yeah, best guy holding the mic boom, all those ones, but not like best picture. I mean, it's got some pretty big competition this year for that category, but just to be nominated.
Yeah, I mean, just to be seriously nominated for Best Picture is a huge accomplishment. I mean, I think the Dark Knight is probably the best overall comic book movie that I thought had a shot to win an Oscar or a Golden Globe or a few of these. And it didn't win an Oscar. It should have won an Oscar, but it didn't. And I mean, the fact that Deadpool is on a different level than the Dark Knight, it's a different type of movie. It's much more comic booky than the Dark Knight was. The fact that it's being nominated and talked about in these circles is a big leap for anybody who wants to see comic book movies taken seriously. The other thing that's actually even more of a wow was that the Writers Guild Awards actually nominated Deadpool for for Best Adapted Screenplay. And apparently anybody doesn't know anything about those awards. Those are very like hoity-toity, snooty, technical awards. Like these are awards that go out to English movies that you'll never watch, played by actors you've never seen.
and it'll be aired on BBC.
Yeah, aired on the Australian BBC.
Or PBS.
Yes, I mean these are awards that the French watch. So I mean just throwing that out there. That's actually, I don't know if that's true. I'm sure somebody from France has watched that award show. I don't even think they have an award show. But the relevant fact here, I digress, is that God damn it, Deadpool's being nominated for some serious fucking hardware. And usually movies that are nominated for these categories and these different awards tend to get some Oscar buzz as well. So, are we going to see a Deadpool Oscar? Probably not. I'm going to say no. But, fuck it. Let's say yes.
But if it gets us Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman because it's got so much Oscar buzz, and gets them combining into a movie.
Oh, are you talking about a possible
Okay.
Deadpool Logan Wolverine movie?
Well, it's possible for Ryan Reynolds. I think Hugh Jackman's had 16 years of playing Deadpool, and he seems to be kind of, or not Deadpool, Wolverine.
Well, to be fair, Hugh Jackman, much like Wolverine, is immortal, so, it wouldn't be that hard for him to put on the claws back on. Okay, so what Ryan's talking about is recently Ryan Reynolds was interviewed by Vanity Magazine, and is it Vanity or Variety?
Variety.
Fucking V. He's interviewed by the V Magazine. I can't fucking read.
But
Who wrote
even
these
that
notes?
one,
Anyway,
even that
he was
one
interviewed
sounds.
by Variety Magazine and had mentioned that he would love, that he wants to play Deadpool as long as they'll let him, and that his dream would be to get Wolverine, to get Hugh Jackman to play Wolverine one more time. And that's what he would like to do, which has been feigning massive fear. If you've seen Deadpool, there's so many. It's got more Hugh Jackman, who didn't actually appear in the movie, than you would actually. It's got a ton of Hugh Jackman in that movie.
It's especially just the end where he's got like the
Hugh
eyes.
Jackman
He's been
face.
wearing it. He's been wearing it the whole time.
It would be a perfect. Honestly, it might be the best movie that Fox has ever made if they do a Wolverine Deadpool team up movie that's rated R and allows Wolverine just to be Wolverine, and Deadpool to be Deadpool. I think it'd be a great movie, and I do think Hugh Jackman has responded. Well, we'll see. He hasn't ruled it out. I do think he's a little tired of playing Wolverine. I want to see what happens with Logan. If Logan is as good as some people say it is, and then Deadpool 2 does well, I can see a scenario where they say, listen, Hugh, you don't have to get yoked. You don't have to get buff. You just got to show up and be you. And we're going to make this movie, and you're going to get paid $30 million.
Yeah.
I feel like that could happen. So, as always with movies like this, it's the fans who kind of make the big difference. So, if you want to see this happen, keep the buzz alive, keep sharing, tweeting, doing all the things that everybody does. And but if I had to hedge my bets, if I had to guess right now, if you said, Brian, $1 million, you have to bet one way or another, is this going to happen or not? I would say that it's going to happen. I think I'm going to go on the record right now on the Geek Dad Report episode 84 and say that a Deadpool Wolverine movie will be the third Deadpool movie.
I don't know, man. I want it to, but I think Hugh Jackman he seems to be burned out on Wolverine.
Which is exactly why he'd do something different, because it wouldn't be a Wolverine movie. It would be a comedy. Yeah. It'd be a buddy comedy with his buddy Ryan Reynolds. Okay. And it would be a chance for both of them to erase the stain on the comic universe that is X-Men Origins. I'm pretty sure that both of them would be willing to get rid of that pile of shit. Can you imagine how many jokes there would be about that in the movie?
Which costume does Wolverine wear?
I don't give a shit as long as he's in one.
It's like the things in the big like pad thing.
Here's my guess. If he gets into it, they're going to go every costume he's ever had. The running joke will be, and Fox, feel free to write me or call me or just email us, and me and Ryan would be more than happy to write this. The running gag will be he keeps putting on a new costume, and they just like, oh my god, that's awful, change it. And then he just is Logan. But he gets through all his costumes in this movie.
That'd be awesome. Just like a montage scene, like where you just like.
But at the very end, he finally puts on a costume and just like, you can't be the only one fighting the bad guy in a costume. How great would this movie be? It writes itself. It writes itself.
Yeah, and if you think of just how much fun the marketing team had with Deadpool, they would just go fucking balls insane. Oh
God, Ryan Reynolds. I know you probably have never seen my show. Well, our show.
Oh, he has.
He has. Ryan Reynolds, I know you're an avid listener and viewer of the Geek Dad Report. Me and Ryan are pleading to you. I know you have massive control over Deadpool series. We want to be part of it. We will help you write this for a minimal fee. Minimal fee. Almost no fee, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, we just want to be around it.
We want to be around it and hopefully be able to do this instead of what we actually do. Work at boring offices and drive stupid delivery trucks. So, anyway, call us. But you know what? They may be on board because apparently Logan is getting some serious, I don't know, I don't want to say cred. Basically, Ryan Reynolds said it's awesome. He's seen part of it and he thinks it's going to win an Oscar.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So
I think the trailer should win an Oscar.
God, the trailer's amazing.
Trailer is goddamn fantastic.
You know what else is fantastic?
The Man in the Goddamn High Castle, which you haven't watched yet.
I'm so.
I know.
have
You're a busy
so
man.
much stuff.
I know. I just don't sleep. That's the only reason I'm able to catch up on all this crap. But The Man in the High Castle on Amazon, I've talked about on the show many times. One of my favorite shows. Period. It's so good. Season 2 was amazing. Has been renewed for season 3 by Amazon. No surprise there. Much like Netflix, they don't really release their numbers, but I can, judging from the buzz and the high marks it's received from a lot of critics and people, I'm guessing that it was very well received and downloaded by people on Amazon. So not a surprise, but check it out, watch it. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. The first half of season 1 is hard to get into because it's an alternate history. So you're given a lot of information and you have no basis for it. So it takes a lot to kind of understand the world that you're now watching. And then at the very end of season 1, they throw a sci-fi twist at you. But I'm telling you, it builds up so well. Season 2 is just masterful. It's so good. You will root for Nazis. That's all I'm going to say. How they actually get you to root for certain Nazis in some ways. You root for Nazis who you're like, yes, and then at the end you're like, fuck you. It's a great show. Watch Man in the High Castle. I cannot recommend it enough. A show that I cannot recommend because it's officially over is Girl Meets World. It's been canceled by Disney. The spinoff of Boy Meets World has been canceled.
I never watched one episode of it, but I did like Boy Meets World back in the day. So
we all liked Topanga back in the day. I think that's all anybody watched it for.
It was all Topanga.
I know I had one of the Savage Brothers. I don't fucking know. I know we watched Fuller House. We never did. Did you ever finish that?
No, I watched like 2 episodes.
Whatever.
People liked it, I guess.
Yeah, we liked what we saw. I think we gave it a favorable. Do you know that's funny? That is our most viewed craptastic.
Seriously?
Dude. We got like 300 views on Facebook on that Fuller House. We'll be reviewing season 2 coming soon. Because we'll do anything for review. And I do mean anything. Let's see. You know what else I'm going to do for... that's a terrible transition. Hey! February 28th. Guess what comes out, Ryan?
I don't know. Would it be strange if I didn't know?
It might be strange. I'm going to give you a guess what happens on the 28th. I'm either going to have to go to the doctor. I'm either going to have to look at a marvelous painting, or I'm going to have to buy Doctor Strange on DVD. Which one?
Yavin 4.
God damn you. You son of a bitch. Zecco Base, Ryan. I hate you so much. If you know what I'm talking about, Doctor Strange is coming out February 28th on Blu-ray, Divid, 3D. The only thing that's not coming out, to the very much disappointment of one of our faithful 50 members, Jeff, is 4K. Marvel has not got aboard the 4K train, which is bullshit because I got a 4K TV right over there. Unless you're trying to rob me, then I don't have one.
Is it even that pretty, really?
It's beautiful. It's 70 inches of greatness. Like my wife says all the time. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. Buy it, you know you will. Let's see here. What news do we have that's not Star Wars? We'll end this on the Star Wars news because, you know.
There's a lot of Star Wars news.
That's how we roll it.
Kevin Smith is going to be doing, he's going to direct the Batman episode of the Goldbergs.
Yeah, so apparently it was announced earlier, what Ryan was saying, that Kevin Smith was going to be directing an episode of the Goldbergs. It's a show on ABC, I believe, about a 1980s family. It's pretty funny. I don't watch it regularly, but I catch it every now and then.
We never really watched it until like 2 or 3 months ago. We just started watching it on Hulu. And, oh my god, it's so funny. And she started watching it before me. She's like, why are you not watching this? Like, I don't know. So I sat down and was like, okay, yeah, this is a good show. So
I still remember a post that Evil Chris from Utah wrote for Watch Play Read about how it was like the first post he'd written forever. Because he watched the Goldbergs and he nerd raged because basically they took all of the 80s and put them into like one time frame. And so he was just like, if you're going to make a show for nerds, you better make sure that you get your goddamn time frame right. But yes, if you watch the Goldbergs, they are definitely. If it came out in the '80s, they just assume that it's they throw it in the show. But it's a fun show. But it was announced this week that the episode that Kevin Smith will be directing is a 1989 Batman movie themed episode. So apparently it's going to be about the excitement surrounding the movie coming out, which I'm actually excited to see because I remember that when that movie came out, like how excited everybody was to see it. So
oh my god, everyone was. I went and got like a Batman shirt.
Well, you know what's funny is, so I grew up, as I've said many times, in a crazy Christian family growing up, and we weren't allowed to listen to secular music. And so, believe it or not, the Batman soundtrack was my first introduction to Prince, because I got the Batman soundtrack, so they were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. That's what you have to do in a Christian family, people. You have to, like, trick them with Jedi mind tricks. You can't say, can I get Prince? You say, can I get the Batman soundtrack? And they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it's all orchestra.
All fucking Prince. And part orchestra.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. That was a great movie. Something else I'm very excited for, Season 8 of Archer, the best animated show on television. Sorry, South Park and Rebels, but Archer is fucking... Well, I don't know. Rebels, we're going to talk about Rebels in a minute, but Archer is goddamn amazing. It's making a little bit of switch. Do not worry, though. It is going to be on TV as normal, but it's going from FX to FXX, which is FX's comedy channel. Why they made another one? I don't.
As long as it's not FXXX.
They should have went full on board, Ryan. They should have gone FXXXX, triple X, double X, quadruple X.
For Archer, you kind of need to.
Yeah, whatever. Hopefully they get away with more shit. Archer, awesome. If you're not watching it, shame on you. Catch up. It's amazing. Mass Effect, and a game that's amazing, which originally came out on Xbox years and years ago, Xbox 360. The new, I don't know if they're going to do a trilogy. My guess is probably yes. The new installment of the Mass Effect universe, Mass Effect Andromeda, is going to be, it's got a release date from BioWare. They announced it's going to be coming out March 21st in the US and March 31st everywhere else. So, it's a cool game. If you never played it, it's an RPG set in the future, very sci-fi. It's a little mixture of, I'd say, Star Trek and Dungeons and Dragons. How about that? There we go. We'll throw that out there. Actually, picture Final Fantasy and Star Trek, and you get Mass Effect. So if you've never played it, now's a good time to start. I played the first 3, really good games. I will definitely be checking this one out. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. So check it out. Coming soon to a console near you.
Now, let's just get to the stuff that I know that you're really excited to talk about, which is...
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just over here just playing with my lightsaber, just polishing it, dusting it off real hard.
The Brian mandatory Star Wars chats.
All right, what we're talking about is... I'm going to introduce you to my new action figure. So, the movie that's coming out, that is out now, that Ryan has not seen, is Rogue One.
Yes.
Ryan, you will feel the force of my giant black hand around your neck right now.
Okay.
Do you feel it? Tell me you feel it. Touch it.
I'm totally feeling it. I swear.
I'm coming for you, Ryan.
No.
Alright, Darth, calm down. We know Ryan hasn't seen Rogue One yet, but we have a lot of news about it, so we're still going to talk about it.
In my defense, I can only hear out of one ear right now, because this hearing aid's broken, and I don't want to see the movie half deaf. So...
Yes, for those of you who may be new to the show or do not know what Ryan is talking about, Ryan suffers from a condition where he does not hear or see greatly. So we will dive into that in another episode. But yes, Ryan. So you should marvel at the fact that he is such an amazing host on this show, with the fact that he can't hear properly, and today he can't even hear out of one ear.
I can hear you like perfectly all the time. Everything
Ryan,
else.
That's all you really need in life. I'll be honest. Anyway, but we'll dive into that episode. If any of you guys would like to know more about Ryan's, what Ryan deals with, feel free to hit him up. Or where can they visit to learn more about your specific condition?
If you want to learn more about Usher syndrome, which is what I have, just hit me up on Twitter or Facebook. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's not do depressing stuff.
Yeah, no. Anyway, Rogue One. So if you haven't heard about Rogue One, it's this little movie that could. No one knew if it was going to be any good. It happens to be about this thing called Star Wars. I don't know. It's kind of a big deal someplace in a galaxy far, far away. But anyway, this movie's been huge. No one believed how big it was going to be, and it currently sits at the box office. 3 weeks, Ryan. 3 weeks. Guess what the total of dollars it has made in America in 3 weeks?
Okay, just in America. I'm going to say $350.
You would be wrong. It has made $447 million in America in 3 goddamn weeks. Now, granted, that's no $800 million that The Force Awakens made in 3 weeks, but still, holy shit, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money for a movie that the ending you should probably know.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of funny memes where they're like, "Spoiler alert, we've retained pictures from Rogue 2." And it shows, like, Darth Vader choking the guy on, on the ship. And it shows Alderaan getting blown up. And they're like, major spoilers. It's like, Jesus. Death Star blowing up. But, yeah, so it's made $817 million as of yesterday worldwide, which is just massive. The $400 million is second of 2016. Now, mind you, that's, it came out December 17th? So it was half of a month of 2016, and it was the second highest grossing movie of that year. I'm not sure exactly how they count it going into 2017, but if they do count it as a 2016 movie, it's going to pass Finding Dory's, I think, $460 million easily. It's going to crack $1 billion probably in the next week and a half. I originally thought this movie would make around $1 billion. I think it's going to probably make $1.3 billion worldwide. This is a big success even for Disney. I don't think they anticipated the haul at this thing. This thing's going to end up somewhere around $550 million if I had to guess, $600 million.
Let's just hope it doesn't make Disney go too overboard with trying to do all these standalones, or we just get a whole bunch of shitty ones. I mean, it's like Han Solo.
Is anybody excited for Han Solo? Let's just throw it out there right now. I'm not excited for Han Solo, even a little bit.
I don't care.
I honestly don't care. Rogue One at least told a new story, and I know Han Solo's standalone movie is going to tell a new story, but it's about a character that we already know is dead. Spoiler, haven't seen The Force Awakens? Fuck you, it's on you. But, I'm sure it's going to be good, and I know once I see a trailer, I'm sure I'll be excited for it, because it's fucking Star Wars, but, how much more excited would you be if this was a Yoda standalone or an Obi-Wan standalone or, Knights of the Old Republic or something that just was different, I don't know. Who knows, but...
Well, even with Woody Harrelson in the talks to join the Han Solo standalone movie, it still doesn't really excite me at all. Yeah,
well, what Ryan's talking about is Harrison Ford Harrison Ford did meet with Alden Ehrenreich to talk about Han Solo, but no, Woody Harrelson apparently is in talks to play Han Solo's mentor in this movie. The movie's got a great cast. I mean, it's got a good cast, and it's got a good director doing it. I have no doubt that this is going to be good. I just don't really want to see it.
Yeah, there's no point, really.
I don't know, but we will get to see Chewbacca. We'll get to see Lando. I'm sure it's going to be great. But back to Rogue One, to your point, I do hope that they don't decide, like, you know what, because there was a rumor, I think we talked about it, that Disney may be considering ending the episode films after episode 9 and doing these standalone movies, which I feel would be a mistake. These movies are great for one-offs, but ultimately I still want to see Jedis, and I want to see Skywalkers, and I want to see the battle versus good versus evil in this epic, grand, galaxy-changing scale.
Where all these Siths keeps coming from.
Yes, I want to see Sith showing up and just like, did somebody say Sith? Oh,
I was hiding.
Ryan, would you like to touch my lightsaber? It's very big and strong with the Force.
Get out of my face.
Oh, he's just such a dick. Whatever. But speaking of Rogue One, too, moving on, we don't want to spend all our time here. We got some fun 2017 stuff to talk about. And I mean, we can, if we run long, Ryan, we can skip over the cover 2, the NFL segment, because it's just irrelevant completely. There's no reason to talk about it.
No,
all right, so
talk about it because I kicked your ass.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we'll move on to that in a second. We'll make this really quick. A couple of little a couple little notes for Rogue One. Apparently, there's a rumor flying around that the success of Rogue One and The Force Awakens has made Disney really rethink the fact that they were going to move Han Solo. The Han Solo movie was originally supposed to come out in May 25th of 2018. Apparently, they're really talking about moving that back to December of 2018. I guess some of the rumors started because some theaters chains have been saying that they'd already said that they're moving it, and now all the press releases say that the movie's coming out in 2018, when before it said it's coming out May 25th, 2018. So, I think this is a no-brainer for Disney. They own the month of December. Personally, I'm excited. I want to see it because you get to look forward to Christmas and Star Wars. I think that is something I want to see every year. Christmas and Star Wars.
I think, every year, if you had, it would be like a new family tradition for so many people.
Well, and they can release their Marvel movies in the summer, in the spring and the summer, and then Disney can release their Star Wars movie and just destroy everything at the end of the year. Yeah. That's pretty much what they are doing.
I see nothing wrong with that.
And anybody who releases a movie in the month of December is a flat-out fool. That's all I'm going to say. Idiots. Yeah. Because guess what? People who see Star Wars movies don't see it once or twice. They see it 3 times. And, yeah, anyway. So, anyway, we'll see. No official word on whether that's going to happen or not. But I believe it would make sense for Disney to keep releasing their movies in December. They've already established that that's when they're coming out. Why change it? All right, moving on. All right, so we'll make this one quick since Ryan hasn't seen either one of these trailers. But today in our Geek Dad Report Trailer Park, we have 2 trailers I want to talk real quick about. The first one being Rings, the new horror movie sequel, 3rd movie. I don't even know how many rings this is. It looks scary as shit. Ryan won't watch it because he's a total wuss. But I watched it and it looks fucking scary.
I don't like scary
I jumped watching the trailer in my work truck today. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I just don't. I can't do it.
I don't like scary movies in general, but I do like the Rings movies. I don't know why, so I'm sure I'll see this one. The other trailer I want to talk about is the Star Wars Rebels released the trailer for the back half of Season 3, and it looks freaking amazing. Ryan has yet to watch it because he has yet to watch any of Rebels, and he doesn't want it to be spoiled. But let's just say it looks amazing. There's lots of Jedi, lightsaber action, tons of big battles, and a certain old Ben on Tatooine showdown with Darth Maul. I'm not even joking. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to be spoiled, Ryan, but that shit's going to happen, and it's amazing. Yeah.
See, I already know. I know, like, pieces.
You got to watch Rebels. If you're not watching Rebels, I talked to a friend today who I sold him on. He's getting Rebels. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to go buy Season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray right now. Because you can get the Season 3, I believe, on Disney XD on demand. But yeah, just if you're not watching Rebels, watch Rebels. Oh, one last bit of news I did want to talk about Rogue One real quick. If you want to know more, it's all over the internet. Just Google it. But there will be no director's cut. There was a big, huge hoopla about all the reshoots and all the things that happened. Apparently, some people rumored that there was a 4-hour version of this movie. Apparently, there is no 4-hour version. The editors had come out and basically said, no, yes, there was massive reshoots. We changed a whole bunch. They kind of detailed some of the scenes they changed. They changed a lot of the Darth Vader scenes. There's a lot of stuff you've seen in the trailers that were not in the movie that were shot. So we can probably expect a very loaded Rogue One deleted scenes DVD, but there will be no director's cut, so if you guys are excited about that, sorry, it's not going to happen. I did want to talk more about it, but Ryan has not seen the movie, so in the interest of my friend and co-host Ryan, I will not dive into the amazing scenes that were cut. I also will say that apparently Rogue One did have an opening crawl and that they cut it. So, personally, I think it works fine without it.
I'm sorry I've disappointed you.
No, it's okay. Got used to it by now. You're fine. All right, moving on. If you'd like to talk about any of the things that we talked about today, feel free to hit us up on our posts. Most of these stories we do try and share on our Facebook page, so if you want to continue the conversation, we'd be more than happy to hear from you. Just let us know. All right, moving on to the segment that Ryan has been just dying to talk about all fucking week long is Geek Dad Report cover 2, our NFL segment. Dun 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 dun.
So, just to give people an idea, Brian
I'm gonna take a nap.
He was this picture how this season
email.
is the Seahawks Packers game for the championship. The Packers were winning. The game looked like it was wrapped up. And then shit started to happen.
I know this. I know where this is going. You brought my interest back.
But in this scenario, Brian is the Packers.
Oh, it's bullshit.
And I'm the Seahawks.
My email.
Because in week 17, I went 12-3. I lost 3. Brian, and I won the bonus grand.
You went 12-3 this week?
I went 12-3. You went 5-9.
Oh. Well, if anybody bet with me in Vegas, I apologize. You should have bet with me early in the season. To be fair, week 17 is a fucking crapshoot, you son of a bitch, and you lucked out on a lot of your picks. Asshole.
I did not.
I think you picked against me just to fucking so we wouldn't tie. I'm going back to the records. I'm pretty sure you're like, well, just so we could break the tie, I'll pick this team.
Well, regardless, you are now 51-36, and I'm 59-28. So
8 behind.
So there's only 4 games this week. So
well, lucky for me, Ryan. This week is bonus week.
We agreed to bonus week. All the games are now worth 2 points. So I'm either going to start decimating you, or you can crawl your way back. We'll see.
I'm gonna add on to this, Ryan. I'm gonna add on. We each get to pick a team, and if they proceed through the playoffs, we get 5 points. How about that?
If they get
if you pick a certain team, and if they win the game, you're gonna get 7 points on top of that. We're really ratcheted up this point total.
You're really trying desperately.
I am. I'm so far behind. I got to come up with a reason to beat you. So I'm going to obviously take the Seahawks. The choices for you is which team of your 15 teams that you allegedly are diehard fan of are you going to pick through the playoffs, Ryan?
I'm going with the Steelers, obviously.
Lose week 1. Done. No, I'm going to pick the Steelers this week. I feel like we're going to pick the same picks this week.
Well, okay.
All right, well, here, let's start it off. Let's run through these bad boys.
Let's start it off. Raiders at the Texans. The Raiders lost Derek Carr.
Oh, God. Okay, so this is our +2 pick of the week. So this is worth 4 points this game. Who are you going with? I'm going to take, who's the home team?
Texans.
I'm going to go with Oakland.
God, the Texans suck so bad.
Oakland still has a pretty good team, and the fact that you have a guy... You know what? No quarterback has ever started his first game in the playoffs. History is with him. He's going to win.
He's won?
No.
The
quarterback has this is his first start in the NFL. Never in the history of the NFL has a quarterback made his first start in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna win. They're gonna protect him. Texans don't know what to expect. Osweiler's goddamn garbage. He's going to throw at least 2 pick sixes.
I thought they were playing Savage. Did they get rid of the Savage guy?
He's in concussion protocol.
Who
are you picking?
Okay, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Oh, well, then we can't be our +2 game because we picked the same team. All right.
Yeah,
we both got Oakland. Who's next?
Suck.
I think I talked you into the Oakland Raiders.
No, I honestly, I've been going over it. I even listened to a bunch of podcasts and stuff like that.
Oh, you're cheating. Let's see how it is. All right, next pick.
So
what do we got?
Lions at Seahawks.
Okay, I'll be real and not be a total homer about this. Detroit is 1-7 against teams with winning records this year. 1-7. They have won one playoff game in their history, and it was with Barry Sanders. The Seahawks haven't lost a home game in the playoffs since 1999.
Yeah. See, there's no way I'm going to vote for the Seahawks or the Lions. I mean,
I think Seattle's been really...
They shouldn't even have made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, the Lions really weren't that good. Honestly, Green Bay last week lost their entire secondary practically, and the Lions still couldn't beat them. Matt Stafford was overthrowing receivers by 10 yards with his broken finger. And the fact that Green Bay had no secondary, they couldn't pick a single one of those balls off.
Yeah. They were putting their safeties in on their best wide receivers.
If Seattle hadn't been so up and down this year, I would say this is going to be a landslide beatdown. But because Seattle's been kind of up and down this year, I'm not really sure what to expect. But I'm still going to say Seattle by at least 10. I'm going to say Seattle 27-17.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be close at all. So, let's see, we have Miami at Pittsburgh. I'm picking Pittsburgh, obviously.
I'll take Pittsburgh. They're playing really good. If Tannehill was playing, I might be tempted just to pick them just to change up this, try and gain some ground on Ryan here. But Matt Moore has been admirable in Tannehill's, absence, but Pittsburgh's been playing really good on defense, and their offense can score 50 points. So,
well, ever since Bud Dupree came back, there's been a lot of components in the defense that just start clicking. He's a game changer for us. So,
all right. I think they're going to be good.
And just so we say, Raiders and Texans, Lions and Seahawks are on Saturday.
Yep, I'll be there.
And the Sunday night game is the Giants at Green Bay. I'm going with Green Bay.
All right, so let's make this our +2 bonus game. I'll take the Giants. I think Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is just smoking hot right now. I mean, if he was any hotter, he'd just light into it. He'd be the Human Torch. But like I mentioned earlier, I just think Green Bay has lost too many players. That game against the Lions was costly for them. They're already kind of decimated defense, lost some players that I don't think, if they're not going to play this week, I don't think they can recover from. So I'm going to say the Giants, man. I think the Giants are going to win this in a squeaker, but I'm going to go with the Giants.
And that's the wild card weekend. And next week we'll have the divisional, and then we'll kind of see who it goes from there. We'll see how many points Brian will add on as he gets farther and farther behind.
Yeah, I'm either gonna make up 4 points or be out of it. So we'll make a Super Bowl worth like 100 points. It'll be fine. All right, moving on. So what we're excited for. So we talked a lot about Star Wars, and I had my cool parent sex story earlier. So we don't have as much time as we wanted, which is fine because literally we didn't really prepare very much for this segment. But we want to talk about a little bit about what we're excited for 2017 and maybe a couple predictions if we had any for the new year. So this kind of got spurred on. We want to talk a little bit last week, but anybody who watched the entire episode knows that we ran way too goddamn long last week. But this topic spurred from the fact that Fandango had a top 10 list of most anticipated movies of 2017. So I figured we kind of talk about our most anticipated things, and then maybe I'll read off the list of all the movies that everybody else voted on for most anticipated movies, and then maybe we'll talk about a couple other things that we're really excited about for the year, and just kind of go on from there. So, all right, so start with the movies. What movie are you most excited for 2017, Ryan?
Man. I would say probably episode 8. I mean, it's going to be an obvious one.
You and me are on the same page, and all of America, because the number one most voted anticipated movie of 2017 is Star Wars Episode 8. The Force has awoken again.
So let's see. And I'm guessing the second one's going to be a Marvel movie.
Yep. So, okay, how about this? How about I let you guess what the list is, and I'll read them off, and then we'll just kind of talk about what we are excited for.
See, so Thor comes out.
It is a Marvel movie. It's not Thor.
Shit, I can't remember what the sequence is now.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes, and Spider-Man Homecoming, right?
Spider-Man Homecoming did make the list, but it is not number 2 or 3. So number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I know me and you are both really excited for this one. So far on my list, pretty much, I would say my list is right there with Fandango. So far, my list is going to change here in the next pick, but Guardians of the Galaxy looks great. I did not think I was going to. I love Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Volume 2, I did not expect to be as excited for as I am right now, because the trailer that they released looked just amazing. I mean, it looks great.
Let's just know that Disney is just going to be making fuck tons of money.
Dude, this entire list is the top half of the list is pretty much Disney. So on that track, what do you think the third most excited movie of And it is a Disney movie. I didn't say it was a Marvel movie. I said it was a Disney movie.
Is it?
A tale as old as time.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty
Comes
and
out
the Beast.
on March 17th. Because my daughter's freaking out because it's 2 days before her birthday.
Oh yeah.
So.
No. So I don't know how you feel about this. My kids are very excited as well. But I am excited.
I want to see it.
I would put it in my top 10. I would not put it number 3 for me though. It's not.
No.
I would say it's more like number 9 or 8.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see it with my daughter, really. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, me, my daughters, and my wife all want to go see it. So I grew up on Beauty and the Beast. It's a great animated movie. I am excited for it. It's got Hermione.
I want to see Gaston.
I'm in Gaston. I'm a little disappointed with Luke Evans as Gaston though. I mean, Gaston had a big barrel chest, and he's just like.
Yeah, you need like the big shoes.
Yeah, you need the manly man chest. You need like Triple H to play Gaston. All right, moving on. So. Number 3, what would you, well here, we'll do our list after the end of this. So number 4, what do you think number 4 is from Fandango's top of the list of 2017? It is a DC movie.
Oh, Justice League yeah.
Yes, but it's not Justice League. It is Justice League number 6. Wonder Woman is number 3. You know what? I would put probably Justice League or Wonder Woman is my number 4 or number 3. I think that's for me. I still have it ahead of the Justice League. I'm very excited for both, but Wonder Woman, that trailer looks goddamn amazing. I am really excited for Wonder Woman.
She's my number 3, just because of the impact that I'm really hoping that she has.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would put her at number 3, but they have her. The world has her ranked at number 4. So number 5, another Marvel movie.
Shit. What's the other one? Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, yes. It looks great. I'm super excited.
I love this version of Spider-Man. I just want to say that. From Civil War, this is the Spider-Man that comes into my head.
This is Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man that we grew up with reading, and this seems like Spider-Man. I'm with you. I think a Spider-Man's going to crush. I think Sony was smart to go back to grovel to Marvel and say, hey, help us make a good movie. And I think everyone's going to make money, and we're all going to benefit from this partnership with Sony and Marvel and Disney. And I think it's going to be great. So they have that as number 5. I would also put that as number 5. Where I would put, so for me, I would have Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy. The number 3 for me would be Wonder Woman, and the number 6 movie from Fandango would be my number 4 movie, another DC movie.
Is that Justice League?
Justice League, yes. Justice League would be my 4th. I'm a huge DC nerd. I love it. I loved Man of Steel, the Ultimate Cut, not the theatrical cut. It was one of my favorite movies from last year, and I'm really excited for Justice League. Haters can hate away all you want to. I think it's going to be a great movie, and I'm really excited for it. But they have that for the number 6 highest rated movie. But I put that slightly ahead of Spider-Man, only because I've seen a million Spider-Man movie, and I have not seen a Justice League movie. So that is why I'm a little more excited for Justice League than Spider-Man.
And so we're on number 7 now?
Yep, we're up to number 7. Not a comic book movie, but a sequel.
For me, I would say Alien Covenant.
Yeah, Alien Covenant would be in my top 10, but it is not in this top 10. So you probably, we're starting to get into that territory. We probably won't guess what it is. So Fandango has number 7 is The Fate of the Furious, which I would put probably at number 10 for me. I'm excited for Fate of the Furious, but it's a Fast and Furious movie. It'll be fun, but I'm not really excited for it. I'll go see it.
I haven't watched it since the second one.
All right.
So.
Alien Covenant, though, does look really good, Ryan. I would probably put that. If I put Fast and Furious, I would probably put Alien Covenant at 9. I'm very excited for it. So at my 7, I would put firmly that is not on this list, Thor Ragnarok.
It's not in the top 10?
No, but it is for us. So I'm going to put it...
Yeah, it's like a buddy, like we said earlier. It's going to be like the buddy movie...
I would put it at number 7. And number 8 we can completely replace, because the number 8 most anticipated movie for Fandango is that fucking mommy porn book, 50 Shades Darker movie.
Oh my god.
Not excited at all. Never saw the first one. Don't care. If I want to look at boobies, I'll just check out Pornhub.com.
Or my wife.
or our wives. Well, you check out your wife. You keep your eyes away from my wife. Son of a bitch. We're not that kind of fucking partnership, weirdo. I don't know what you got going on over there in Philadelphia, but I don't like your tone. All right, moving on. So number 8, I would put. So number 8, where they have 50 Shades of Weird, I would put their number 9 movie, Logan. I am very excited for Logan. I think Logan looks fantastic.
Yeah, God, I would even probably place that higher on my list now that I think about it. I mean, I would put that in my top 5. At number 5.
You put it ahead of Spider-Man?
Yes.
I would put Logan ahead of Spider-Man if they had not let me down as many times as they had. So let's be real. It may be better than all those movies, but as of right now, I'm not putting it in my top anything. So, but I'll put it in my top 10. Logan. They have as number 9. I would put it at number 8 because Alien Covenant for me would be number 9, and then as we talk, Fast and Furious would be number 10 for me. So that rounds out my top 10. Rounding out their top 10, Fandango, Despicable Me 3, which will be fun, but not really Despicable.
Yeah, it's for kids.
All right, so do you have any other? You're short one movie. So what's one movie that you would add to take the place of 50 Shades?
I'm trying to think of a sci-fi movie.
Blade Runner 48,000. No.
I guess I could try that. I'll just put that in just because. God, I have not been paying attention to what's coming out this year. Other than the ones that we talked about, I haven't really had anything that really jumped out at me, honestly.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm sure there's a comedy or two coming out that we haven't talked about. There's always that surprise movie that you didn't know was coming out. It comes out, but
yeah.
But for me, those are my top 10. Well, I'm kind of excited for a couple little honorable mentions for me. Is the Transformers 5? I think it looks fun. I like Transformers movies. They're stupid, but they're exciting. Power Rangers, I'm actually kind of excited for the new Power Rangers reboot. I think it looks really good. My daughters are excited to see it, so I'll be excited to see that. And thirdly, what was the last one that I had? I had one more, and I just totally forgot about it. I'm kind of excited for that King Arthur movie.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It looks really different, which I think is kind of cool. If you're going to do King Arthur, why not make it a totally different story than anything else that's been done? So
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what's his face? Madonna's ex-husband.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, he's in it, and then the guy who played Jax in the Street Biker Gang movie TV show. I don't remember what the show is, but he also Pacific Rim. He's the main guy, Charlie Hanana. And it's directed by Guy Ritchie, so I'm excited about it. I think it'll be good.
And for TV, I'm going to say The Expanse.
Yeah, Expanse Season 2 starts February.
I'm
excited for that. Obviously, all our shows, Magicians, I've talked about at length, is coming back. Expanse is coming back. Stranger Things Season 2, I'm really excited to see if they can kind of capture the magic that the first season of Stranger Things had. For TV. I don't know about what new shows are coming out that I'm excited for. Obviously, Game of Thrones. I cannot wait till we bring back our Game of Thrones segment. That comes out in May. I'm hearing that even though they're only shooting 7 episodes this season, they are taking the same amount of time that they did to shoot 10. So people who have already shot episodes, they've already come out and be like, these episodes are going to blow your mind. Each one is even more epic than everything else we've already seen. So Game of Thrones, I'm very, very excited for. Westworld, we have to wait for 2018, but whatever. So, TV, I'm excited for all the shows that I like to come back, but those are a couple that I'm very excited for. They're coming out here real soon, sooner than later. Legion, I'm kind of excited to give it a shot. Maybe Fox can find their X-Men niche on TV. Maybe they can do better than what they did in the movies, but not holding my breath.
We'll see.
But it would be nice to see mutants get something awesome. I'm excited for The Defenders on Netflix.
Yes, they got Defenders, Daredevil?
We'll get 2 this year. I think it's Netflix. No, it's Iron Fist and The Defenders. So we get Iron Fist, I believe, in March, and then the Defenders in July or August. So, yes, I'm very excited for those. The Punisher, I think we might get The Punisher late this year, too. They haven't announced a date for that, but I could see that. I could see Netflix starting to roll out 3 Marvel shows a year, And
Well,
I think that's the one that's coming out. Something else I'm excited for, I don't know if it's coming out this year, which is why I won't say too much, but apparently Disney has started casting for another Star Wars animated show. I don't know how far along it is. I don't know how what the rumor is that it could be a show based on Luke Skywalker's failed attempt at starting a Jedi Academy after it could fill in the gaps between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Which, yes, we all know Rebels is going to end in the next couple of years, so I don't know if this is going to come out later this year or next year or the following year, but that is definitely something that's in the works, and I am really excited about that. So
I think that's something everybody wants to know. What the hell happened?
Oh, yeah. When we hear more, definitely, I will let you guys know. These are just rumors between all my nerd viewing and friends that I have kind of heard. So we will definitely let you guys know when we know more.
What about resolutions? You got any resolutions for this year?
Well, real quick, did you have anything else you're excited for 2017? Besides a Seahawks-Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl where the Seahawks win?
Actually, the Packers play at Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
Because they announced the schedules for.
Are you going to be sleeping on the couch?
No, we're going to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you're going to sleep on the couch when the Steelers beat the Packers and your wife kicks you out of the house.
We'll see. But that's the football stuff. Everything else, it'll come when it comes. I don't try and look too far. Yeah. I mean, I have like the stuff that I'm looking at. So
I'm really excited I'm taking both kids for the first time to, well, my oldest has been, but my youngest for the first time. We're going to Disneyland in October this year, so I'm very excited. Hopefully, fingers crossed, some of Star Wars Land will be open. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It might be a little early, but they're definitely going to have a few things up. I know I can't remember the name of the ride that drops down in California Adventure, Tower Terror, has been redone in the Guardians of the Galaxy, so that'll be reopened. That'll be open by the time I get over there, and I'm sure the Star Wars presence will increase, but I'm looking forward to that. Me and the wife are going to Jamaica, so I'm looking forward to that. Jamaica on. A little happy time. No kids banging on my door talking about they got a shit. Huh?
Like, give Usain Bolt a high five.
Dude, you can go do they have a whole tour of like the Jamaican bobsled team thing. You can go. I'm totally going to go. It's going to be like Cool Runnings. I'm going to get a Cool Running shirt.
Bring an egg.
Let's see. Books, games. I'm really excited for Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, Star Wars games coming out. I'm excited for Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm excited to see Donald Trump get impeached in 2017.
He's just going to die from a stroke.
Yeah. Oh, do you have any predictions you want to say? I think the world will still be here. I do think, like I said, I think Donald Trump could be impeached or arrested before the end of 2017. I'm hoping we don't go to war with Russia.
I think or North Korea.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this presidency is going to be very ripe for some kind of corruption scandal. So, that's my big prediction.
All right, well, we don't have anything too crazy here on the show. If you guys have anything, please feel free to hit us up, and we'd love to talk more about them. Let's see. So, last little bit in this section, we're in this 2017 topic. Resolutions. Do I have any? No, not really. You know what? I've kind of resolved that I don't want to videotape and photograph my life, and I want to live it this year. So I'm going to try and live less on Facebook and more in just real life.
That's a good one, because there's so many people that are just, we just put it up right now.
Don't get me wrong. We're still gonna do all the things we do on our Geek Dad Facebook page, but on my own personal Facebook page, when I do something, I'll still post things and show pictures of me and the wife. We're gonna go to the Seahawks game this weekend, but I'm gonna try and do things less so I can show them on Facebook and just enjoy them. I'm gonna try and take less pictures of my kids doing things and just enjoy watching them do things. So, I was listening to a podcast with the Nerdist, and they had Ian McKellen, who's Magneto?
Oh my God.
Ian McKellen.
Why are we sucking right now?
I was right. I think it's Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
he said that one thing that he's really sad of is that, so many, because because Chris Hardwick wanted to take a picture with him because he takes a picture with all his guests, and he said, the one thing he hates is that fans always come to him and they always want to take a picture with him, but they never want to have a conversation with him. And so any fan that comes up and talks to him, he won't talk to if they try and take a picture with him, but if they want to talk to him, he'll sit and talk to him for as long as they want. And and to me that kind of hit me kind of hard. Is like, how much of our lives do we try and view through our phones, or how much of our lives do we try and just snap for that moment that we can share with everybody else, You're
experiencing a moment through this.
Yeah, through that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not banning technology. I love taking a selfie and throwing it up for fun, or if you're if you're at Disneyland, but I'm definitely, if I have a split second and I have a choice to just enjoy it for me or to share it with the world, I'm going to enjoy it for me. That's kind of my resolution this year. I want to enjoy life more than see it through something else.
That's a good one.
I also want to grow my beard, so Beard Watch Week 2. Look at that, everybody. You can kind of see it starting to come in a little bit. Look at that. For us who are follically challenged, this is a big deal for me.
This is you
got dark hair. See, I got blonde hair.
Yeah.
See, this is my hair. It's blonde.
It goes here, but then it's got like a patch.
I got it growing everywhere. So I got a resolution to grow my beard. Obviously, to lose a few pounds every year. That's just kind of a lifestyle, not necessarily a resolution. But I went hog wild on the holidays and literally ate every fucking thing in sight. So I got a couple pounds to lose before my trip to Jamaica.
Yeah. I'm doing the whole trying to lose weight. I think everyone does. But my big one this year is that I wrote a novella 2 years ago. I've been editing it, and this is the year I'm going to stop editing and just call it done.
Or if you want, you can send it to me and I'll edit it for you. I'm terrible at spelling, so it might not be a good idea, but I'll do it anyway for you.
So my big one is to finish my book.
It's a good one. Well, I got one too. I'm going to start a book, and we're going to make Geek Dad Report number 1,000 on the top charts in iTunes. Yes.
Awesome.
All right. Well, obviously we want to make, I would love to make a resolution to do this permanently and quit my job, but we'll see about that.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was
I think
fun.
we have a lot of good resolutions and stuff that's going on, but I think what everyone wants to hear is what the Faithful 50.
Yeah, let's move this along. Shocker, we ran long. Weird.
Yes, 12:15.
Oh, shit. Is it already? Oh, okay. We'll make this fast. All right, everybody. So real quick, last week, Phil had a question that he sent me directly, and we forgot to read it on the show, so I wanted to start off with that one because I told Phil we would. So I'm not forgetting about you, Phil. He was all ready. I felt bad. He was all ready for the live show, and then he was like, "Dude, when's it starting?" And I'm like, not now. Anyway, he wanted to know what the top 5 worst deaths for us was in 2016. So to bring a little sadness back into our lives. We'll make it quick. For me, number 1 was Carrie Fisher. Number 2 was probably, I don't know, Carrie Fisher. Number 3 was definitely Carrie Fisher. Number 4 was Carrie Fisher. Number 5 was probably Carrie Fisher.
I think I'm going to say that, but add in Alan Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman and Gene Hackman.
Muhammad Ali.
Gene Hackman, Muhammad Ali, Alan Rickman. I like Prince a lot too. Those were, I was never a huge David Bowie fan. He didn't touch me like a lot of other people, but yeah, Alan Rickman, to your point. Carrie Fisher, I don't know if I have 5, but the ones that hit me hard is Alan Rickman, Carrie Fisher, and Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman was Gene Wilder, sorry.
We were looking on Netflix.
I was like, Gene Hackman's like, he's watching the show like, I'm still living, you son of a bitch. No, Gene Wilder was a big one for me.
Yeah. Anyway. God damn it.
Yeah. So, thanks, Phil, you dick.
Yes.
Bring this down.
And speaking of Alan Rickman, we watched looking on Netflix, and the Kevin Costner Robin Hood's on there. Oh. I'm gonna watch it so I can see his Sheriff of Nottingham.
If I see him again, I'm gonna cut your heart out with a spoon. Why a spoon, cousin? Why not a knife or an axe? Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. Such a great line. Oh, Alan Rickman, he just fucking chewed that scenery. They said ham it up, and he went ballistic.
He nailed that one.
Oh, it was so good. I know everyone thinks Hans Gruber, but man, damn it, Sheriff of Nottingham is definitely up there for me. All right. I know everyone, well, a lot of people like Snape. Nottingham. All right. Sorry, people. I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking at our Faithful 50 post here. All right. So Brian from Washington wants to know, what are we most excited for 2017, and who are our picks for the Super Bowl? So hopefully we already answered your what are we excited for 2017. But our picks for the Super Bowl, I'm gonna say a rematch of probably New England and Seattle.
I'm gonna go with Steelers, even though it's probably gonna be New England, and Cowboys.
The safe bets.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Let us know what your guys' picks for the Super Bowl are. And if it involves Oakland, Houston, or the Lions, you're immediately disqualified. All right, Jeff from Washington would like to know. That's a good question, Jeff. If you could go back in time and watch one movie again, excluding Star Wars, because that's too easy, for the very first time, what would it be? I'm going to say... the
year that it came out in the theater?
Yeah, so I think he wants to know, like, if you could go see... Well, you can have either or. So either a movie you didn't get a chance to see that you would have loved to see for the first time in theaters, or a movie that you did see that you love so much that you wish you could see again for the first time and experience that again. So, like, for instance, I love The Matrix. That was one of the most mind-blown experiences I've ever seen. So it would be great. If I had to pick a movie that I'd already seen, I would say The Matrix. But a movie that I didn't see in theaters that I would love to see in theaters... it's a toss-up for me between either Jaws, Alien, or Aliens. I would have loved to see any of those in the theater for the first time.
I was thinking Alien, just because for the first chest-burster scene, I heard in the theater people were just freaking the fuck out.
What I'm saying. Like, can you imagine how much people are passing out from Jaws and from Alien? And then Aliens was the first time you ever seen, like, a horror action movie.
You know, fuck Jaws, because I would go swimming in the Columbia River.
And I still saw Jaws. Dude, I was in a pool.
And it'd be like a seaweed would touch me. I'm like, fuck, a shark.
Dude, I remember swimming in a pool, and I got a crazy overactive imagination. I was thinking about how a shark could somehow squeeze its way through a filtration system and get me in the goddamn pool. Fuck you, Jaws. But at least since I'm so scared of him now, it'd be nice to see it in the theater.
But for movies I have seen, I would see Starship Troopers again.
Oh, so great.
Because the people behind us were chugging beers, and we were like 16, and they started handing us beers, and people were just like clapping and just hooting at the screen. And
yeah, that's probably true. I would say honorable mention, I would like to throw out Independence Day was a great movie in the theaters for the first time. And 2, Dusk Till Dawn. I saw that at a time when people didn't know it was a vampire movie. We just thought it was like a Tarantino movie, and we're like, what the shit, there's vampires. It was so great.
Yeah.
Anyway. As always, we'd like to know what you guys think. Let us know. Good question, Jeff. Thank you. Dave, new listener, viewer, subscriber. Dave, thank you, Dave. We appreciate you paying attention to the show and loving it and sharing it with all your friends. He wants to know best all-time villain, excluding Vader. That's like saying, what's your favorite...
Yeah, I mean, well...
Scotch, excluding Scotch.
I'll say comic books, Magneto.
He's a good one.
Movies. There's so many. I can't for a movie, honestly. Xenomorphs.
I know. Some of the best villains are like dinosaurs and aliens.
Yeah.
Who's a really good villain? It's going to come to me after we're done recording. I had all day to think about it. I saw it earlier.
It's going to be like tomorrow when I wake up.
The worst part is if he had not said excluding Darth Vader, because all I've thought about is Darth Vader since he said that. So, let me think here. I'm going to say best all-time villain.
Like,
Hannibal Lecter's a good one. He's not really my favorite villain, but I'm just throwing and spitballing.
Yeah, but who's the guy that after you watched it, you're like, God, that guy is fucking horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, not like the actor or anything, but it's just like the movie.
I was a big fan of Khan. I thought Khan was a great villain in Wrath of Khan. He's not one of the all-times, but Vader's the all-time greatest villain, so damn you for taking him away from us. I don't know. I'm going to say Jaws. Fucking Jaws is the greatest all-time villain ever. So fuck you if you don't like that. Jaws was scary, and I hated him. I'm still scared of Jaws.
I'm still afraid of swimming in the ocean.
Or the original Terminator. That was a pretty good villain right there.
Yeah, the T-1000, or the T-2000, the liquid one.
Yeah, he was a good one, too.
Yeah.
Darth Vader. The answer is Darth Vader, David. Thank you very much for your question. And next time, don't be a dick for trying to exclude us from talking about him, jerk.
Yeah, ass.
All right, and finally, Eric from Jersey. First of all, I'd say, glad you're still with us, Eric. 2, he would like to know how do we think Carrie Fisher's death will affect Episode 8 and the rest of the timelines? Obviously, greatly.
Yeah, I think I'm willing to bet that her story was not ending in Episode 8, and it would build up for something huge that was going to happen in Episode 9.
Well, funny you should mention that, Ryan. So apparently the word coming out of Lucasfilm is that, in fact, the Lucasfilm Brain Trust is going to be meeting next week to discuss the fate of Princess Leia. Clearly they had a different fate in mind for her than what we're going to get now. How they should proceed, whether they should use CGI, whether they should not... Clearly, they're going to have to reshoot part of Episode 8 because apparently she had 2 major scenes in Episode 8 and 9 that they were planning on shooting. One was, so it's a little spoiler, people, if you want to know anything. It's not massively spoiler. It's kind of stuff you could guess if you saw The Force Awakens. But the first scene is that a reunion scene with her and Luke Skywalker was planned or shot. We don't know which one has been shot and which one was planned for the next movie. And 2 was a confrontation with her son, Kylo Ren. So... my guess is that Luke has already been shot for Episode 8 and that the confrontation was Episode 9. Clearly, they could do some stuff with Luke Skywalker or they could make it work other ways, but...
well, here's the worst thing.
But they've got to figure out a way to kill her off and give her a grand send-off that she deserves.
No, but that's the worst thing. She's going to get an off-screen death now. And Princess Leia deserves an emotional, goodbye.
Well, and I think that's what
because we all know the Skywalkers are done after this. At least that's what has been said. And it just sucks. I want her to have
her own thing.
Not a Han Solo type of send off, but
yeah,
something deserving.
It's Princess Leia. She needs an amazing way to go. Now, I will say this. I know you haven't seen Rogue One, so this is a tiny bit spoilery. Nothing major about the plot, but they do resurrect some characters in this movie that they use CGI to do it. There's been talk of CGIing her character for Episode 9. I am completely against that. I do not want that. I will say this. I'm in favor for them using CGI if they need to augment scenes they've already shot to tell a different story. So, if you need to give her an epic send-off and the only way you can do it is you combine scenes that have already been shot with a little bit of CGI, I'm okay with that because we all know she died. It's not like, oh, what happened? We know what happened. So, I'm more concerned with them giving the first princess, the great princess, her perfect grand send-off than I am about whether or not she looks exactly like she should. So they need to kill her character. They need to end her storyline. They need to do it in Episode 8 or early in Episode 9. And if they need to use a little CGI to do it, then that's what they need to do. But do not continue on the story with a fake character. And unfortunately, it sucks. It sucks. I mean... it sucks that she's gone, but as far as the storyline, it sucks. Princess Leia was going to be a huge part of 8 and 9, and it's sad that she's not going to be part of that now, at least as part of 9. So I anticipate massive reshoots are coming for the ending of Episode 8 so they can fix her storyline. But the good news is the movie's not due to come out till December. They're meeting next week to figure it out. So this isn't like a Fast and Furious where halfway through you got to stop it and make some shit up. You're going to be able to tell your story and then fix it and do it the way that you want to do it. So I have complete trust in Disney that they're going to give Princess Leia and Carrie Fisher an amazing end to her story. And I think, it's sad, but that's what's coming.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Your daughter's behind you.
Well, let's wrap this up.
All right. Okay, so lastly, do or do not, our weekly recommendation segment. We'll knock this out quick and be done with it. For my weekly recommendation this week, I recommend everybody watch the Netflix original movie Spectral. I saw it for the first time. I watched it only because they had some dudes in some cool armor, and I thought, hey, why not give it a shot? But check it out, man. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's set in the near future in a war-torn country near Russia where American forces have encountered something they don't know what it is. Some people think it's ghosts. Some people think it's something else. They bring in a scientist to help them figure it out, and they have to defeat this new kind of enemy before it takes over the world. It's actually a really good sci-fi kind of war movie with some special effects that made me go, holy shit, that was awesome. So for a made-for-Netflix movie from a first-time director with some actors that you may have seen, if anybody's watched the new Lethal Weapon series, Riggs plays one of the main soldiers in this movie. It's actually really good. I think with a little bit more money and a little bit more time behind it, it could have been a major motion picture release. It's good. So check it out, Spectral, for free on Netflix if you have it.
Mine's also a Netflix show. We just kind of started watching it. It's Friday Night Hikes. And we just kind of more watched it out of curiosity because we love football in our family. And the first season is about in the 8 and 9-year-old Texas football league that there's no size limits. It's just, if you ever want to have a reason to not let your kid play football, watch this show. There's 8 and 9-year-olds getting concussions and just breaking their arm. It's crazy, and it just shows you how crazy football is in Texas, really.
All right, Friday Night Hikes on Netflix. Check it out. I want to check it out. I've never heard of it before you told me about it. So, all right, man. Well, before we get out of here, before we wrap the show up, would you like to tell all these wonderful people where they can find us if they don't already know?
Of course, you can find us on Facebook at the Geek Dad Report, on Twitter at the Geek Dad Report. Brian is BrianWest53 on Twitter, and I am Big Booster. We are on iTunes. Please subscribe. Leave us a rating. We love all that. We're on YouTube, so subscribe and make sure you watch us and show us to all your friends and coworkers, because really this is what you should be watching at your job anyways. And we're also on podhell.com and watch, play, read whenever we feel like it.
And soon to be geekdadreport.com.
And soon to be geekdadreport.com. We're working on a Patreon page. We got a lot of stuff coming in 2017 that we're excited about. And we're making little steps. So
yeah, baby steps. Hopefully big steps at some point.
Yes. So find us, subscribe, like us,
share, tell everybody.
But most importantly, communicate with us.
Yeah.
Tell us if something pisses you off. Tell us if you see something that's cool. Show it to us. We will talk to you. We will engage with you.
Yeah. If you want to see us add something to the show, we'll take it under advisement. If you think that I should be fired, well, then we'll just ignore you completely.
Yeah. Or.
All right, whatever. What Ryan's trying to say is, we love to hear from you guys. Feel free to hit us up on any one of the things that he just said. And as always, you motherfuckers stay awesome until next week. So, till next week, unless you got anything else to say, have a glorious week.
Do go forth into the world.
Yeah.
And sprout.
Whatever. Go Hawks.
Seeds.
Woo! Seahawks.
Steelers.
See you in the Super Bowl. Later.